The episode kicks off at Hachimitsu Academy, a school known for its strict discipline and elite academic record. Until recently, it was an all-girls school, but a major change in policy now allows boys to enroll. The gender ratio? A wild 200 girls to 1 boy. We hear the voice of the main character, Kiyoshi, who says, "It was my dream to come here." At lunch, the few boys sit surrounded by girls. One of them says, "We've got to lose our virginity before April." Another replies, "Forget that. Have you even talked to a girl before?" Gakuto, the serious, glasses-wearing one, scolds them, "Shut up and just focus on observing the girls." Shingo, the red-haired guy, complains, "Focus on what? It's not even fun." Kiyoshi asks, "Have any of you ever even tried talking to a girl?" Everyone answers, "Nope." Joe, always coughing, and Andre, the big guy, both admit they've never even tried. Kiyoshi stands up. "Well, I'm going to talk to one right now." It's revealed again that Hachimitsu used to be girls only, but this year, due to a change by the Underground Student Council, boys were admitted. He walks up to speak with a girl, but freezes. Not a single word comes out. Just as Kiyoshi was about to speak to a girl, another girl shows up and pulls her away. Gakuto comments, "Told you it was pointless." He didn't even get a word out. The others agree, they're just unlucky when it comes to girls. Everyone's mood drops. Later, the two girls ask each other why they were brought away so suddenly. One explains, "Don't you know about the Underground Student Council?" The other thinks it's just a rumor. But the girl warns her, "If you ever see a crow nearby, never talk to a boy. That's the rule if you want to stay at this school." Cut to the classroom. Kiyoshi feels anxious being the only boy in class. When he drops his eraser, he bends to pick it up, only to lock eyes with a girl. Embarrassed, he quickly explains it's a rare eraser his mom gave him. Turns out the girl is Chiyo, the prettiest in class. Kiyoshi is mortified that this had to happen right in front of her. But after class, Chiyo surprises him by asking, "Do you like sumo wrestling? I have the same eraser." Kiyoshi excitedly replies, "Yeah, I love it." Meanwhile, Kiyoshi's friends wonder why he hasn't shown up. "Maybe he's tired. Or sick," says one. Another jokes, "What if he's actually talking to a girl?" Back with Chiyo, she says, "I had no idea a sumo fan was sitting right behind me." Kiyoshi thanks his mom in his head for the eraser. Then, Chiyo asks, "Would you like to go watch a sumo match with me?" Kiyoshi, stunned, agrees instantly. Just then, Shingo interrupts. "Hey, are you even listening?" Kiyoshi snaps back from daydreaming. "Sorry, what were you saying?" The boys are hatching a plan to spy on the girls. Kiyoshi refuses, saying he's not okay with it. Shingo mocks him, "Have you ever even seen a girl naked?" Though hesitant, the rest of the group agrees to go through with the plan. The boys start rushing toward the changing room windows. Gakuto claims, "According to my research, Class 1 girls are the hottest." Kiyoshi panics. "Wait, that's my class. That means they'll see Chiyo. I can't let that happen." He hesitates, knowing if he stops them, they might turn against him. They head to the rooftop. One of them says, "We'll get a better view from here." Kiyoshi thinks it's shameful. There's no way they'll see anything from up here. Gakuto reassures him, "Relax, I planned this all out. We'll use a video call." He ties a phone to a rope and lowers it toward the girls' changing room. Kiyoshi protests, "This isn't right." But when he sees Chiyo walking away from the area, he relaxes a bit. At least she's safe. Finally, he gives in and helps lower another phone, tied with string. The phone gets stuck in a planter. Gakuto urges Kiyoshi to go retrieve it. Kiyoshi freaks out, "You used my phone without asking?" He heads down to get it, and just then, Chiyo appears. Panicked, Kiyoshi turns his back and squats. Chiyo, thinking it's one of her friends, walks in casually and starts changing. Kiyoshi is horrified but stays silent. Chiyo asks, "Aren't you going to shower?" Seeing no way out, Kiyoshi begins undressing too. Meanwhile, the other boys eagerly watch from the rooftop. Suddenly, crows start circling. A girl runs into the bathroom and warns, "Some boys are spying on us." Chiyo turns to Kiyoshi. "Let's find out who they are." Panicking, Kiyoshi hides inside the bathtub just as the girls investigate. Outside, the rest of the boys have been caught. Their clothes are gone, they're tied up, and they're lying on the ground surrounded by crows. Two girls stand over them asking, "Who were you spying on? And who else was with you?" The girls begin beating them. Gakuto shouts, "It was just us, no one else." Meanwhile, Kiyoshi hides behind the school building, watching it all unfold, until a new girl appears behind him. She hands him a book and says, "You must be new. Ever heard of the Underground Student Council? Read this." Kiyoshi looks at the booklet. It's official. The guide reveals the secretary is Meiko Shiraki, and the vice president is Mari Kurihara. The girl tells Kiyoshi that the Underground Student Council handles all sexual misconduct within the school. He asks, "Who's the president?" She replies, "Check the last page." Kiyoshi sees the name, Mari Kurihara, the 20th president, also known as the Crow Master. Meanwhile, the boys are being beaten up for peeping. Suddenly, Mari appears and takes Kiyoshi with her. The other girls are amazed that the president even found the missing one. The next day, the boys are tied to chairs and brought before Mari. She declares, "You're not victims. You violated school rules. No mercy will be shown." Their punishment? 1 month in the school's underground prison. Mari warns, "Try to escape once and your sentence extends by a month. Twice, 3 months. The third time, you're expelled." Then she asks, "Any questions?" Takahito yells, "We didn't violate human rights. We don't deserve this." Mari responds by slapping him hard. Shingo asks, "What about our classes?" Vice President Meiko says they'll study online through a monitored system. Shingo protests, "I need to call my parents." Mari says, "Go ahead. Tell them you were expelled for spying on girls, then choose stay 1 month in prison or leave the school forever." She continues, "You'll be working in prison all day. Try to break the barricades and that counts as an escape attempt." Later, while they're working, Meiko punishes Shingo for drinking water without asking. Kiyoshi steps in. "You should show a little mercy." She backs off, but tensions rise. Suddenly, Joe starts coughing badly. Meiko suspects something in his mouth. Andre steps in to protect him. Disgusted, Meiko spits on Andre and demands, "If you want to save him, lick my boots." Everyone's shocked, but Andre agrees. Kiyoshi stops him saying, "That's not a good reason to take punishment." Finally, Meiko says, "Enough work for today, go." At dinner, Kiyoshi tries to act like nothing happened, but the others are annoyed. Takahito and Joe say, "We didn't ask you to interfere. We wanted that punishment." Andre adds, "Why'd you stop me? I wanted to lick her boots. I want that kind of punishment from a beautiful woman." The next day, Meiko punishes Kiyoshi again for working too slowly. Takahito steps in, asking for punishment too. Just as Meiko, the vice president, is about to punish them more, Mari arrives and says, "From now on, Hana will be handling them." The council secretary then assigns the boys a new task: collect leaf flowers with 4 petals. While doing so, the boys see girls training in formation nearby. When the secretary asks if they're done, Shingo casually says they'll finish it later. Suddenly, the secretary attacks him. Meiko explains that she's a former inter-school karate champion. Later, a group of girls chat about the prison rumor. One of them, Chio, says she doesn't believe the boys are that bad, especially the one who likes sumo wrestling. Meanwhile, the boys collect lots of leaves, but the secretary rejects them, saying, "These are only worth 3 points. I want 4.1s. She hits them and orders them to try again. While searching, Kiyoshi spots a little kid stuck in a tree. He climbs up and saves him. Chio sees this from a window and smiles, realizing he has a kind heart. Kiyoshi thinks, "I should apologize to her and admit I was spying. Maybe she'll forgive me." But just as he's about to speak, Chio stops him. She says, "I already know. You weren't spying on us." Elsewhere, Shingo finds a 4-leaf clover. The boys panic, worried the secretary will beat them again if they don't find more. Takahito whispers, "We need to escape or they'll literally kill us." Chio later tells Kiyoshi, "I know you love sumo and you saved that little kid. You're not a bad guy." She smiles and adds, "There's a sumo match happening in 2 weeks. Want to go with me?" Just as she asks, the council secretary approaches. Kiyoshi quickly replies, "I promise, I'll be there." Chio runs off. Now, under the same tree, the secretary arrives, clearly about to pee from all the tea she drinks. Suddenly, a crow squawks, startling Kiyoshi, and he falls from the tree. Right in front of her, and just like that, episode 1 comes to an end. So guys, if you want to see what happens next, make sure to like and comment as much as you can. The more love you show, the faster I'll bring out episode 2. See you in the next one. Thanks for watching.